Hello there you lovelies, and thank you for joining me. If you're new to my channel, then you've obviously kind of hovered over the thumbnail and kind of maybe you experience panic attacks, or maybe you know somebody that does. So in this week's video, I would like us to just focus on what are panic attacks and how they might affect you, and more importantly, those kind of some ideas for you to better understand them. I'm not a doctor, I'm a mental health professional, I'm a counsellor, I'm a family support worker, I'm a trainer to adults about mental health in children and young people, but I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to go too deep with the kind of the physiological side, but I am going to go with how it might leave you feeling, what might be going on for you, and try and help you to get to kind of know and understand what's really going on. So a panic attack is an overwhelming sense of fear. It's fear that you fear for your life possibly at that particular moment, or at least where your mind has tricked you into thinking that you're in danger. The thing is with panic attacks is often they can be maybe just the one or two, but what might happen when we do have a few is that we might fear that it might happen again. And when that happens, that can often stop us from maybe doing things, going places, because of that fear of where will I be, what will I be doing, who will I be with, how will I cope, who will notice. So it can really, really restrict certain people, certain young people living their lives. So first of all, we need to observe what is your panic attack. So I want you to think about, and there's a long list that I'm not going to know each and every one, let alone have time to say it, but it's about realising and observing what is your type of panic attack. So many people have different types of panic attacks. So is it racing heart? Is it as if you can feel your whole body trembling? Is it flushed cheeks? Is it the immediate sensation that you need to go to the toilet? Is it the whole kind of blurry vision, muffled sounds? Is it the sense of sweaty hands, dry throat, sense that you might be smelling or tasting something that's not quite there? So it's about observing what is actually going on for you. How is it that you react to your panic attacks? Because what we kind of constantly try to kind of resist often persists. So it's about learning to understand it rather than constantly trying to kind of fob it off. So my first thing is that we need to observe it. How is a panic attack for you? How does it affect your life? Is it normally at day or night? And then the next one is about kind of educating yourself. And that educating yourself is trying to understand, what are your triggers? What are your triggers? What is it that might be, and this is obviously after the panic attack, because when you're in the moment, this might not be very good at thinking clearly at all. So it's about afterwards, it's about trying to understand what are your triggers maybe. What kind of caused for you to feel as if you weren't safe in that moment. Because it's really powerful, really, really real. And the thing is though, 90% of our thoughts are of old thoughts that we've already had. So those thoughts that you have, there's a 90% chance that that's what you've thought before. It's already been there, you've already thought of it. So it just shows that it's what's going around in our head. So what I need us to do is I need us to kind of maybe consider letting somebody in. It is a very lonely place when you are having a panic attack in that particular moment. And so many of my clients and my school kids sometimes they don't even let anybody know that they have panic attacks, let alone having a panic attack. So maybe what you need to do is you need to consider actually allowing somebody in your life to become aware of what's going on. And sometimes what we share can often allow us to feel a little bit lighter in the first place. So it's about letting somebody in. It's about, if you're at school and you're having them at school, maybe it's about letting a teacher or the pastoral leader or just somebody know, an adult know at school. So then what they can do is they can kind of create a wellness plan that is kind of there to help you stay well. For you to stay as if you're physically well, emotionally well, that when you do feel one coming on, that you've already got this plan of what to do. And then it's when it comes to that particular moment, it's about kind of allowing yourself and reminding yourself that you are safe. You are safe. And to do that, it's about distraction. For some people, it might be allowing them to focus on their breathing, because often what's happening is we're taking in too much oxygen, too much of an in-breath, and not enough of that out-breath of that carbon dioxide. So it's about maybe kind of breathing techniques. It's about maybe fidgets, so it might be a fidget toy, it might be about blue tack. It might be about something that can completely distract your mind. One of my students used to do jumbled numbers, and the whole aim of the game was to make sure that the numbers were jumbled. It might be to look around the room and to think, what's the colour yellow? So it's really trying to distract your mind about what's really going on. It might be doing some doodling or colouring, just allowing yourself to focus on your breath and allowing you to focus there and remind yourself and speak to yourself kindly that you are okay. And it's about learning to become kind of accepting with these panic attacks and not to fear them so much. Not to fear them so much, because I think sometimes what can happen is that it can just be so overwhelming. And one of my favourite ones to do if you are feeling unsafe is to imagine yourself in a safe place. And you can do that wherever you are. You can do that literally with a pen in front of the teacher. You can just imagine it. Going to the toilet, wherever. If you're feeling in that particular moment unsafe with that threat of that panic attack, just imagine, where would you like to be if you could be safe? Where would you be? Imagine yourself on holiday. It's about you realising that you can take control. Will it be easy? No, I'm afraid not. Will it be worth it? Absolutely. Because these panic attacks can really, and it's not fair, you're already suffering enough. So it's time that you learn to figure it out and learn for you to try your hardest to understand what's really going on. And please, in the comment box below, put maybe there's some techniques that you particularly like, because it's about allowing yourself to help other people. And hey, who wouldn't want to help somebody else? It's a good feeling. Anyway, you look after yourselves, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye everybody, bye.